Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Shadow of Colossus. On the last episode, we defeated Avion, which was the fan favorite Colossus, and in this episode we're going to be taking on Barber, who is going to be our furthest away Colossus yet, which is why I am already moving, hopefully in the right direction. If we go this way, we should make it. Okay, cool. And for this episode, Wheel of Morality, turn. Tell us the subject that we should learn. And the subject for today's episode is actually going to be, I want to talk about Blue Point Games, who are the developers behind this remake, because, well, it's actually evident by this forest, but by God, they did a great job, and it's really a shame that I don't think they get as much credit as a developer that they deserve, because they did so much great work, even before this remake. So, if you look at their gamography, you'll notice that they specialize in remasters. I don't think any of the games they've made, with the Blue Point Games, name, I don't think any of them have been originals. They've always been remakes or remasters. Mainly remasters, but I think this is their first and biggest project, being a remake. They worked on the Metal Gear Solid HD collection. They worked on the Nathan Drake Uncharted collection. I think they worked on Gravity Rush Remastered, which I've LP'd on my channel, actually. As well as other things. And I think there is a fruit here. Yeah, there are two fruits here, in fact, which I can pick up along the way, and hopefully not lose them by shooting them down. Well, that's one fruit gone, and that's another fruit gone. Aggro, you stay here. I'm gonna do some falling, I think. Right, this is gonna be awkward. But, I wanted to bring them up as the developer, because it's one of those lovely sort of scenarios where, you know, they love this game a lot because, and okay, he's not going to go down. I guess I have to go down. Those vines will work. You know, they love this game a lot because they actually worked on it before. They did the Ico and Shadow of the Colossus Remastered Collection on PS3. And that was nowhere near the scale of this. I mean, this is a full-blown remake. They redid all of the assets, they redid all of the Colossus, they had to redo the HUD, you know. Which leads on to, I think, the thing that a lot of people seem to mix up remake and remaster. And reboot. Let's just add reboot to that as well, because that is also something that people tend to mix up occasionally. And I can't necessarily blame them, because it can be a little bit confusing. Okay, can I... Oh god, I'm on treacherous ground right now. But yeah, I can't necessarily blame people, because sometimes people just use the wrong terminology! Okay, well, I guess I'm climbing back up. Oh, okay, there we go. Third time's the try. Thankfully, you don't have to see that. Anyway, one piece of fruit. And the other piece of fruit should be up here. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, remake and remaster. That's what I was saying. Perfect. Hey, Aggro, how did you make it down there? Okay, can I do something cool? Okay, guess not. Guess I'm not allowed to do anything cool. Whoops. But with a remake and remaster, as I skillfully go back into the subject I was talking about, and ignoring my failures, a remaster is when you take the existing game assets from, like, the PS2 and then HDified them, make them to widescreen, and basically that's all you do. I mean, sometimes you can change certain things like voice acting or audio or the music in order to make it a bit more refined. But for the most part, I think I'm still going the right way. Yeah, I believe if we go through here, then we'll actually come out to the place that we need to. But for the most part, you leave most of the original game intact. So, a lot of the, like, Jak and Daxter, or the Ratchet and Clank, or even Devil May Cry HD collection, those are all remasters. Those are the original games with a nice, like, fresh coat of paint. Remakes are way more labor-intensive. They require redoing the entirety of the game from the ground up. So, and that can mean changing gameplay. A lot of Shadow of Colossus remake, the gameplay remains intact, including some of the jank. But when you take a remake, when you take an old game and then remake it, and then change the mechanics, that's a remake. You're remaking. You're literally doing what's on the tin. And that can get some people angry because they like the original thing. And that's why I always get confused with Final Fantasy VII Remake when they said they're changing the gameplay, because I was like, yeah, no shit, they're changing the gameplay. People asked for a remake. And then people got mad because they were like, no, we didn't want a remake. Even though that's the wording that they used. Okay, it should be around here somewhere. And it's just one of those things where I'm not tired of it, but it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, guys, you need to learn your terminology before you ask for things, otherwise you ask for the one thing. Like, if you wanted Final Fantasy VII exactly the same, nothing changed, just with a fresh new coat of paint, you would want a remaster. But no, they probably want something like this, where all of the gameplay is has remained intact, and it's just like, you know, updating the models, redoing everything, and then basically changing everything except the gameplay. And in that case, I don't want to say there's no point, because there is a point. I mean, this game is a perfect example of that, but for a game like it's a case-by-case scenario, because for a game like Final Fantasy VII, what's there with the new version won't replace the old version. The old Final Fantasy VII will always exist. And then that leads on to another topic, which, again, I will discuss about. There's a theme developing here with this series, I just realized. That is, when should something be remade? When should we consider doing a remake, or a remaster, or a reboot? When, like, that's a completely different discussion. When should we just redo an entire franchise? But enough of that for now, because we got a Colossus that we need to defeat, and okay. Let's just head on over here, drop down. I could probably survive from this height. Apparently, Wonder has shins of steel. But just to be careful. Alright, Barber. Show yourself. So, Barber stands at around 80 feet tall and is around 70 tons, and I gotta be very, very quick because we need to get to the other side of this room as fast as possible, because he's going to start knocking through these walls like he wants to get into Troy. Okay, there are 3 walls if I remember correctly. Crap, which way I was going? Oh god, oh god. Come on, Wanda, we need to be quick here. Get up! Come on! Oh crap, oh crap. Nope, that was the wrong button. There we go. I wanted to dodge roll. Oh crap, oh jeez. I guess that works. Okay. We need to hide under here. Make sure he knows we're here. And then when he lowers his head... your one weakness. That beard of yours! God. This fight would have been like 10 times harder if he didn't evolve to have a beard. And then we need to get onto his head. I think he has 2 major sigils. One of them is in a weird position on its back. It's not very symmetrical. It's like asymmetrical, if I remember correctly. Alright, alright, alright. Let's take care of this one first, because I can actually see this sigil. God, the journey to get here is going to be tougher than you. Alright, is this sigil gone? Yeah, okay, yeah it is. Right, I have to find the next one. If I'm quick... Oh god. I might be able to... Oh god! That was a bad idea! Oh, never mind, there it is. Just need to get to that other side of his back. You want me to scratch an itch while I'm back here? Because it'll be the last itch you'll get to scratch. So close. Come on. Alright. Just gotta lay here for a second. Oh man, I'm getting worried about my grip. Come on, Wanda. Be fast. Be quick. This one doesn't even need to be a full-powered stab. With that, Barbara has fallen. Man, the journey really was way harder than the actual fight. Ah, damn it, black tentacles! Well, that certainly was an interesting fight. On the next episode of Let's Play Shadow of the Colossus, we're going to take down another personal favourite of mine. One could say it truly is a Leviathan. Aggro, you want to be in for the ending shot? Yeah, of course you do. See you guys then.